Carpentaria Exploration, a company that hopes to start mining near Broken Hill in 2014, has echoed concerns expressed by other local companies about the mining tax. They say because the process to get their ore ready for shipping is quite intensive, they will feel the effects of the increased cost of energy. Managing Director Nick Sheard spoke to Amy Spear.
Well, it's going to have an impact on us, particularly as our Horson's flagship project is a magnetite iron project, and that's going to require a lot of energy to process, etc. So we've done some figures on that, and it's going to have quite a big impact. It's not going to knock the project over, but it's going to have an impact on it to quite a large tune every year. So it's quite an impost for the project.
So in the energy and the cost that it will impose on you to produce that iron ore?
That's correct, because being a magnetite deposit, you have to do a lot of processing. So when you dig the iron out of the ground, you have to separate the magnetite away from the country rock, and that requires a fair bit of grinding and processing power. So we'll use probably about 170 megawatts of power from the national grid, and that will impose quite a cost because they charge it per kilowatt, per tonne type of thing, and that's going to cost us a fair bit.
So what will having to put in that potentially more money mean for the company and the project overall?
Well, we won't have to put any more money up front. It'll be charged presumably at the when we start mining, and so the big cost will come just when the processing starts. So it's not going to add anything to the capital cost of the project, but it's going to take away from profits.
In the meantime, with mining near Broken Hill still some years away, the company has announced it plans to spend $3.5 million to boost exploration activities. And Nick Sheard says the plans include a number of projects near Broken Hill.
We've got a range of targets. We've got some more iron ore projects up north, so we're looking at that currently at the moment. We've got crews out there. We've also got a new nickel belt. Well, it's not a new nickel belt. Inco and Vale got onto this. In fact, I was Vice President of Exploration for Inco when it got onto it, so I've always been pretty keen to get back into this area. Vale dropped it a few months ago and we picked it up. And in there are some really interesting nickel targets where they've actually drilled into nickel, albeit low grade, but it's a good indicator that there's nickel in the region. And then the other one is the tin and tungsten. We've explored up Yiriawi and found some tin up there. It's probably not sufficient by itself, but we're looking at a couple of other areas where we found some tin, and we're waiting on the government to give us the exploration permit on Yanko Glen area, where we know there's more tin deposits, and importantly there's a tungsten resource there that was outlined in a Dreamtime by CRA, and we want to expand that.
That was Nick Sheard, the Managing Director of Carpentaria Exploration, speaking to Amy Spear.